Welcome back to Restauranttopia. Anthony Hamilton is going to drop a truth bomb on you. The art and science of an LTO. Anthony, how are you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm great. I just don't know if I appreciate that pressure or not. You just raised the stakes. I was feeling calm until you did that. Now my heart's racing.
I'm not wasting anyone's time.
I guess not. Jesus, let's jump in.
Dave Ross?
Truth bomb? Has Anthony never been truthful? Like, has he ever
Oh, no,
never
I
not
lied.
been truthful?
No. He's been giving nuggets. This is
Full on.
20
bomb.
piece.
Okay, love it.
Okay.
Imagine a perfect world where you can build a restaurant, open the doors, and make loads of money. Unfortunately, those days are over. It takes great leadership, hard work, and long hours to operate a successful restaurant. Together, we can make it happen. This is Restauranttopia.
All right, you guys want to talk about LTOs?
Let's do this.
All right, cool, man. Dave, what's LTO mean to you, man?
Can we have some more pollen?
Jesus.
My rental car was green today.
Mine was yellow.
And my kids have the worst reaction. I mean, they come home and their eyes are like pillows, puffed, like just red. And I'm like, oh.
It's weak DNA.
Oof. It must be. It must be. Okay, let's get into this shitty episode about LTOs.
I mean,
Dave, let's go back to your DSR days, man.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm so happy that you're here today, because I want to talk about this and something else. But an LTO, from your perspective, what's it mean to you as a rep, as a salesman?
It depends on the day of the week.
Yeah.
Because I feel that an LTO, let's say Monday through Thursday, is different than a LTO on a Friday, Saturday.
Of course.
Yeah.
Love that.
I mean? And because I think that people, again, going back, and we've said this 100 times, but people eat during the week, they dine on the weekends. And the difference in that is there's a little bit more time spent, probably a little bit more money spent on those weekend nights. It's probably more of a focus on average profitability and figuring out how to make that a little bit more money because people want to spend the money, where the Monday through Thursday may be, how do I get somebody off their couch?
Yeah, we've talked about that so much in the past, and I love it, the special versus feature. But I look at it as during the week, it's a way to drive revenue and get awareness. And then on the weekend, it's a way to drive check average.
Absolutely.
Would you agree?
Absolutely.
No, wholeheartedly agree. So I would consider those are more specials that you're talking about, right? So maybe micro LTOs. Let's zoom out a little bit and talk about the true essence of an LTO. So first of all, it's a limited time offer. We can all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
But let's think of some things that in the LTO world that may change your perspective a little bit, because we're talking more about daily specials and features, just as you said. Think things like Shamrock Shake or Girl Scout cookies or pumpkin spice latte.
Stuffed crust pizza.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's
a good one.
That's not. Come on, you guys don't get excited about it. So you have.
Dude,
I can't eat
I've
dairy.
been gluten and dairy free for 3 years.
Yeah, dude,
God,
you forget who
Like,
you're
I
talking to.
I want to be excited. But
This guy doesn't know his audience.
So you have pizza, delicious.
Yeah,
you have the
I
crust,
remember.
which is basically just a handle. No one's eating the crust unless it's an amazing restaurant. And then you put cheese in it. Now you just made a cheese stick. Oh, that's
No, listen, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, doubling down on your strengths. I love it. That's good
yeah.
stuff. But anyway, so when we talk about these things that I just gave, the chicken sandwich revolution, again, Girl Scout cookies, pumpkin spice latte, those weren't just daily specials. Those are events. Just like you said, in episodes prior was talking about the restaurant anniversary lasting a month.
Yeah.
This is the exact same thing. You can build up all that ballyhoo
I like that.
for an entire month. So it's not just one fleeting day. Now all of a sudden you can put a strategy behind it. You can plan it ahead. You can say, what are we going to do in the fall? Let's run it for a month. You can put your full marketing capacity behind it. All of a sudden it changes the dynamic, doesn't it? Right. So now we were talking about daily specials Monday through Thursday. Now we're talking about a full month of this. But just look at the pumpkin spice latte and the craze behind that.
Yeah.
If you could capture even a fraction of that momentum, my God, imagine what you could do.
One, you can definitely use it for your marketing and your social media. But I was thinking about this. Go to your vendor, go to Hillcrest Food Service, whoever your local independent vendor you're using, and it's like, hey, is there something that I can get? Is there scallops? Is there prawns? Is there lobster? Is there crab? Is there something that you got a good buy on that I can get for this entire month that I may not typically buy from you, but if I buy it from you and can you give me a great price, can we put something on the menu that will wow people?
Right.
And again, I think to your pumpkin spice analogy, the seasonal aspect of it is so cool.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's layering the effect. There's no question about that.
So is this I don't want to use gimmicky, but is this like cliche as like in the Shamrock Shake during St. Patrick's Day and the the McRib in the summer, like I mean, or is there more to this?
Well,
I may be jumping the gun on your episode.
No, you're fine, because what you guys are doing is just unpacking exactly what my next talking point was in a strategy.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. You got a blank canvas.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what you're talking about is piggybacking on an event or a season or something like that. Well, that's all part of the strategy.
Yeah.
So therein lies the difference is this isn't just a special that your chef went into the cooler and found some ingredients that were going bad and put
Right.
together a daily special.
Right.
This is well thought out and saying, okay, how can we, kind of capture the magic here? Ride the wave.
Do restaurants do that? They find the
Don't
stuff
eat the chia pino.
Oh, okay.
How about that Tuesday all you can eat sushi?
Yeah, the fisherman stew is not a good move.
Yeah.
That's you'll catch all. So anyway, it's got to be well thought out, guys. Is really what it comes down to. If you want to make this thing effective, right? And it's got to deliver a tremendous amount of value. So as part of the strategy too, you got to think about really broadening your offerings, because when we look at the heart and soul of an LTO, what are we trying to achieve here? We're trying to raise some awareness, right? It's almost a marketing ploy.
I don't know if I'm just always the bean counter of the group. It drives top line revenue.
Of course.
It
Should.
drives
Yeah,
top line
absolutely. If you
revenue.
do it
That
right, yeah.
that whether it's marketing or it's an LTO, all this stuff is to drive top line.
Yeah. Profitably, hopefully.
Well, that's the hope, right?
You still got to hit the bottom line.
Well,
No, you do, but I think you have more room to move.
Well, true, but no, for sure. I mean, sales cures a lot of ills, but
No, but I'm saying your pricing.
$5 steak and fries month that you're losing $2 a plate, like that may move your top line revenue, but
Lost
that
leader,
money's not hitting your bank.
Yeah, but lost leaders are total 2019. Get that out of your head.
Yeah.
Like this drives. You know what? People come in for our 25-cent wings. Well, you're losing $1.50 each wing. Like, I mean, the prices are insane. Like, people are not looking for that. Look at the national chains. There's no more dollar menus. There's no 2 for $2. Like, that stuff's gone because it's impossible to do and still make money.
Right.
And the consumer isn't looking for it.
Right.
that's a great point. What's a consumer looking for? Oftentimes we think we know what they're looking for, but sometimes you just got to ask. But either way, there's a lot of opportunities here is what we're really unpacking. And we talked about content earlier. You talk about a way to create buzz and generate content. I mean, there's no more effective means than celebrating an event. And an LTO becomes an event, right?
Yeah.
And then you can pull back the curtain. You can tell the story of where the dish came from, whether it's a
love
signature dish. You
Yeah.
can tell how it's made. You can share recipes. You can share videos. And you can ride this whole thing out to a tremendous amount of pomp and circumstance, all for a chicken sandwich. I mean, let's use that example.
Let's use that example because
Yeah.
I love that example because you're piggybacking on whether it's the Nashville hot chicken sandwich craze or whatever the honey sriracha chicken sandwich, whatever that is. I think you can ride that.
Yeah, I mean, look at the chicken sandwich wars. I mean, we have a name for it now. What is that? That's nothing more than an LTO, and a couple companies got involved, and then all of a sudden they started engaging, and now you have the synergy behind it, and now chicken sandwiches are completely ubiquitous, and everybody has to have an amazing one. But think about the content that just fell in their laps because they ran an LTO.
And cross promote with another brand. So if you got a friend in the industry and they are willing to work with you, do a chicken sandwich war.
Or maybe easier, a vendor. You got a beer battered fish sandwich.
Ooh.
And you got the local beer.
Oh, I like that. So like
you
Great
gotta
Lakes,
have a collab
yeah,
with,
like
with businesses that isn't competitive.
like Great Lakes Brewery
Correct.
beer battle. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, see, again, you guys are unpacking the whole thing here. This is strategy. It's well thought out. This isn't a last minute thing. You guys think tank this, and then I love the friendly competition thing. I love the
And
collaboration
I didn't
thing.
mean to step on that.
No.
Continue, because I do like that as well. I mean, I think sometimes we get into this competitive nature where we don't want to collab with those.
No,
Yeah, but you can competitively collab.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
look at what Popeyes did. I mean, Popeyes, do you think business was any better for them in the last 2 years than in the last 2 years?
No.
I can't imagine it would. People were lined up to get that chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
And I imagine it was fine, but I can't imagine it's worth waiting an hour and a half for. But again, the buzz created, the pictures, the engagement, everything that they did.
But if you like in Cleveland, if you could do an East Side versus West Side, you're
Love it, yeah.
a one unit operator, and you got
Especially when I own both restaurants in the East and West.
that's
That's
even
my own little war
now
with myself.
now I love that.
Yeah, that's even better.
I love that. That is great. That's East versus West, and you got the honey sriracha chicken sandwich at one location, and the other one, come on, you got to give me a good chicken sandwich.
Oh, sorry, I was
Nashville
reading
hot,
Yeah.
Nashville hot
Yep.
chicken on the other one, and then we do social media, and then you get to focus on people's reaction, and you give away prizes, and you really make a real contest out
You
of it.
collect all
Well,
the
that's it. I mean,
customer
listen,
data.
You collect all their data, you get them on your VIP list, and then you retarget them next month, and it works, and
Oh, wow.
you drive more
This
revenue.
is crazy. I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. But you're talking, I mean, listen, social media is entertainment. People want to be entertained, right? So give them a show.
Yeah.
And there's no better way than some friendly banner with another restaurant about whose chicken sandwich is better.
Love it.
100%. You are in the marketing business. You know, you guys, I just had my episode on a few weeks ago by myself, which is difficult without without the talent,
difficult.
without you two. It is. I mean, the amount of editing that I did in that episode.
See,
So
that's
it was
the thing,
4
though, too, is
hours.
you're 10 times harder on yourself than you need to be.
No, it was 4 hours long, and I got it down to 9 minutes.
I mean,
4 hours, bullshit.
That's-
You just not talking for 4 hours. No one has that kind of stamina.
I knew that was super difficult, but I'd never thought about the lack of talent. You're right. That's hard.
That's true. That's true.
That was the nicest dig I've ever heard.
Thank you for the veiled insult.
I don't know if he was even veiled. I think he pulled the veil off and gave you a kiss.
I didn't like the kiss.
Not enough tongue.
Smelled like
Yeah.
garbage can.
So either way, listen, we understand with an LTO, it can be an event now. It can be a month long. It doesn't have to be a daily special. It can be a repeat thing too. It could be that Thursday night barbecue, whatever the case may be. There's really no limits here. But again, I want you to think of it more of a broad and scale as opposed to one finite moment in time. Let's zoom out a little bit, make an event, print your posters, do your campaigns, invest some money in this because you're going to get a return on it, right?
I like putting in a little scarcity too. So
Yes, I'm going to get to that.
whoa.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that. Yeah, this is the barbecue thing, right?
That's what I was thinking.
Hey,
Okay.
we ran out today.
No.
Because you know what? Scarcity creates urgency. Yes. And then people are waiting in line. Right?
Christmas sale.
Love it. Yeah.
Christmas sale is a great example.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's a million of them. These are fantastic. It's a limited time offer, right?
Yeah.
They don't sell it all year, but Girl Scout cookies is the one that always resonates with me because I don't know that Girl Scout cookies are really that good. I mean, they are. Samoas are amazing, but if they were available 365, they become ubiquitous. I don't have to rush to get them. There's no urgency.
You're
There's
not
no pressure.
stockpiling them. You're not
Exactly.
You're not,
Yeah.
All right, I will go. This is a great practice point here. Girl Scout cookies, same size box. Used to have a ton of cookies actually in them. Have you guys gotten Girl Scout cookies?
Oh yeah, I have them in my pantry right now. Yeah.
Okay. There's like 14 cookies in there now. It used to be like, say, 28. Is this, am I imagining this or is this true?
No, you're probably right. I don't know if I thought about it till just now, but yeah, you're absolutely accurate. Yeah.
No, there's fewer cookies in there. I mean, we're
So are you
talking.
suggesting that we reduce our portion size for LTOs, or what are you suggesting?
I'm just saying that you need to look at that and make sure that the portion size is reasonable and that your food cost
Has
is
the price of Girl Scout cookies changed, I wonder?
in the show notes. So check this out. I will research quantity and price over the last 10 years.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I need to know more.
That's a nice
about
little
those.
case study. No, but just to see
No, no.
what's
But-
going
but-
on.
Well, it's like the Panera model. We're going to lower prices, but we're going to slash portions too. Everybody else is raising prices. Look at us. We're cheaper now. you know?
Yeah.
Smart.
I just have to get 2 meals.
Yeah, so you're not cheaper
just
at all.
hungry when I leave.
Yeah, right.
Which is the exact opposite of what I want to happen when I go to a restaurant.
We did not achieve our outcome. Right. So anyway, this is an opportunity. So we talked about ballyhoo. We talked about, engagement, raising awareness, fun, everything else. But let's talk about other offerings you can broaden here because this is an ultimate test market sort of thing too, right? On a smaller scale. You can push healthier items. You can push global flavors. You can push higher quality. You can do house made, right? You can do all these different things or even pertaining to a social event or holiday, to your point, the Shamrock Shake on St. Patty's Day, things like that. There's a lot of opportunity here to test your market elasticity, not only from a price standpoint, but also from what they'll support from you stylistically. They may want more than what you think. You may be capable of more and holding back because you're afraid your guests don't want it. It doesn't hurt to throw a little line out there and see if you get any bites.
I think a great test for this is Lent and seafood.
Sure.
So, what are you able to offer on fish? If you're not known for fish or you don't do fish well, Lent's a great test market and say, hey, we had an LTO Lent menu.
Sure.
This is what it looks like. This is what we're offering. And you can get a higher price point for fish than you can for, say, other items.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't want to get into a religious war here, but why not have a menu that suits people who do not celebrate or practice Lent?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have a heathen beef menu.
That
I'm
sounds
just saying,
fun. Yeah.
it could be cool.
No,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
depending on
might
what segment
attract
you're
some
in,
buzz,
right?
it might
Like if you're a
attract-
family restaurant, I wouldn't do that. But if you're a very niche-y, stylistic,
Yeah.
like casual fine, hell yeah. Yeah, be edgy for sure.
No, I like that.
This is an opportunity too. You talked about raising top line sales. You can easily raise check average by doing something like this. We tend to put out specials or micro LTOs at a discount because we think that's the easiest way to offer value, and it's absolutely not, right? So, like to me, if I have a chicken sandwich on the menu or a burger for $10, $12, I can put one on the menu for $15. And I can put avocados or bacon or something a little special or a house-made sauce or a house-made bun.
Or this isn't just our normal amazing brisket burger. This is our Wagyu.
Right. With the house-made bun. And so now all of a sudden, I'm getting more money for my specials as opposed to discounting my specials.
Well, and the other thing I love about that is you're stretching the elasticity of your customer to see how where can I go?
Yeah.
Like, did that go well? And because it's an LTO, if it's not,
Yeah, and think about the long-term ramifications of that. So yeah, maybe you have a couple $1,000s invested in this campaign because we talked about printing posters, we talked about engaging social media, spending time, developing recipes, shooting videos, all that jazz. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So you eat $2,000, but if it does work, you're talking tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars of extra profit over the course of the next couple of years.
Right.
I'll take that trade-off any day of the week. That's a great gamble.
Sure.
There's no question there.
I agree. If you're able to execute on this, and I don't think it's going to cost you $2,000. I mean, I think you could execute this for $400
Sure.
and all day long, collect the data, but get that higher price point and generate that revenue.
Yeah. So
and most things that you put a strategy against are not going to fail. They're going to have some sort of success. Now, you may
question.
have varying levels of success based on, because there's always unknowns. But if you really put some thought into and think tank and workshop this, you're going to.
yeah, because you're going to do the right things. You're going to, and I have focus group on here on my list of notes here. Start with your staff. See what they like on your menu. Can you modify a current menu item? So you have that signature dish. Can you look at Chipotle did with the chicken? They did the whole asado or whatever the hell it is.
Right. Just different like marinade or seasoning. Right.
And they're getting $1 more for it.
Yeah.
And people are going crazy for it.
This is an area where I think research is so important. Go on vacation. Take your spouse on vacation. Experience other restaurants. Experience other menus. Do tastings. One thing that I do with operators sometimes is we'll go to Tampa and we'll go to 10 restaurants.
Sure.
And then you'll have one plate at each restaurant. And again, you're stuffed at the end of the day. Don't get me wrong, but you're gonna go in there. You're gonna have one dish and maybe 2 or 3 appetizers. What are you known for? What's your special? What do you have that I can bring to my restaurant and make it successful?
Yeah, especially when you go to a different geographic and you see what's happening, you're able to bring it back to your hometown. Like that's cool. I like that.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. Especially being in Ohio, where it's convenient because we're kind of now with the internet, it happens faster, but trends don't hit here first.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So if you can be first to market on something, that's a huge advantage.
Absolutely.
If you're in a secondary market, you have such an advantage because you can go to LA, you can go to New York City, you can go to these different culinary hubs where you can experience things that your local people haven't experienced and give that to them.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I'm a big proponent of that. And then once you get the ideas, you talked about focus groups and stuff like that. Do it with your staff, see if they like it. And then next, bring in your regular customers, the one that you talk to, the ones that you say hi to, the one that say, hey, how are your kids? Give them license to come in and be a stakeholder in the process. Oh, and by the way, they'll probably share it on social media, especially if you encourage them.
Sure.
And then all of a sudden, you're starting to generate some real momentum here behind this.
Influencers. People, and again, we talk about micro-influencers in past episodes. Find these people that you can go to, and it could be 10, it could be 20 people. But think about that. If you invest 20 dishes into 20 individuals and even half of them share that, that's going to create the buzz.
Yeah, no question. So speaking of buzz, I got 2 more talking points.
Okay.
So third-party delivery profiles, almost all of them give you an opportunity to market on the front page of third-party delivery. So when you go to order, there's a little banner that pops up and says, hey, have you tried our new chicken sandwich or whatever your LTO is? So you can generate buzz that way, right? Which I think is tremendous. And of course, we have the social media, the table tents, the signage, and word of mouth is still one of the, by far, the most popular ways to disseminate a message.
We're actually going to do an episode in the future on how to best position yourself and some of the promos and tools that third-party delivery have that I've found recently that some of our operators are really finding success on, and I'll just leave this one little nugget in there. One of the platforms have a first-time guest. So if they've never ordered from you before, they'll target them and give them a discount for that first order. So think about that. These are people who have never, at least on third-party delivery, never went to your restaurant. So if you can start capturing those people, that's getting new people in the door. If you can use a tool like an LTO, man, it becomes amazing.
Yeah, no question. So here's my last point, and this is the trickiest one. Whatever your LTO is, make sure it's on brand. Make sure it's on brand.
No,
right?
I agree with you there. Don't jump the shark.
Do you know where that came from?
Where did that come from?
Fonzie. It's so funny that you just said that. I just learned this the other day.
How do you know that? That's
because I just saw it yesterday or the day before.
Okay.
And so there was an episode of Happy Days in the later years, and the show got too big and too popular where the writers and creators were just doing whatever the hell they wanted, and that's how the show fizzled out. But there was an episode where Fonzie was like water skiing or surfing or something, and he jumped the wake and he jumped over a shark. And so the expression came from is like, just because you should, or just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
exactly
and
what it
then-
is.
Yeah, I'm actually aware of that. Yeah, because the guy that coined the phrase, I'm gonna forget his name. There was a guy used to be a regular on the Howard Stern show.
Okay.
I used to listen to it. I'm gonna forget his name, but he was the one that
Baba
actually
Booey?
coined that phrase. No.
Beetlejuice.
Who, me? I'm 37 years old, Howard.
But anyway, so
That wasn't Beetlejuice? Are you kidding me?
Beetlejuice is the best.
He died, right?
Probably.
I don't know.
I can't imagine he's still alive. Brian, you shared an article with me earlier this week, and that's kind of what got us down this topic. And there was a guy named Jim Heitner, and he had worked for it was like Blazing Fire, some like upstart Korean style like fast food concept, right, or quick service concept.
Yeah.
And they didn't get involved in a chicken sandwich wars, even though they do a hell of a Korean fried chicken. It just seems natural that it would go on a bun. But what he did is he took a step back and said, great, I can get in this and I would like this, but it doesn't make sense for us because we've never dealt in buns. We've never dealt in sandwiches. That's not our shtick. We're going to confuse people if we do this.
Yeah.
And then the last thing we want to do is have people like it, and then we confuse our systems and kind of rock.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden we dilute our brand. We don't have that signature. We're not that go-to for any one particular thing. And I see this in our independent restaurants all the time. It was a family restaurant doing like California vegan bowls. And I guess the problem is it doesn't bother me so much that I'm confused, because I was confused and intrigued. And guess what I ordered for dinner?
The California Vegan Bowl.
Yeah, but guess what? They weren't good at executing.
The California Vegan Bowl.
Right. So they're really good at pot roasted mashed potatoes and fried chicken and gravy and all those family things. That's what people go there for. So yeah, this is trendy, but can you do it? Or
Right.
should you do it? Right.
I think that may be the hidden theme of this episode. Do the LTO, but you have to execute.
Oh my God, it's got to be amazing.
You have to execute. This is something that you want to test and test and test, and it has to be so craveable that the next time you run this LTO, and again, if you
People
do
are
it,
ready. They're like,
people,
yeah,
people
or they're
are-
asking, like, when is the pumpkin? Do you have the pumpkin
Yes,
spice latte?
yes.
yet? You know,
Correct. Yeah. And then, as we've talked about too, is can you put this on the menu at some point? Mm-hmm. But it has to be good.
I don't mind not having it on the menu, because you're to your point. All of a sudden you do that launch, like next week we have this specialty food, and then everybody's like, yes, and everybody gets
it
engaged.
becomes traditional.
They-
becomes
You
like,
kind of have a bullet in the chamber there, an ace in a hole. Whenever you need, you can be like, all right, let's launch that LTO.
Those slow months.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about in Ohio,
Earth Day.
January and February.
Yeah.
January and February are a killing field. Can you get your base excited? Because they're still spending dollars. They're just maybe not spending as many dollars. How do you get them to spend the dollars with you?
Right.
That LTO is, I think, critical.
I agree wholeheartedly. So to wrap this up, let's make LTOs more of a process. Let's make them more of an event, and let's make them over a period of time. This isn't a daily special. Don't confuse LTOs with daily specials. Your corporate competition spends a lot of time researching, developing, and focusing on these things with pilot groups and everything else. Do the same on your own micro level, and I think you'll have a winner every time.
Yes.
love it.
Love it. No.
Love it. All right. We all love it.
Anyways, Anthony, thanks a lot. Great episode on LTOs. Put this into practice. Can bring a lot of top line revenue, hopefully bottom line income, and love all you guys, and we'll see you on the next round.
Yeah, check out the show notes. A ton of great information in there. Restauranttopia.com. Have a great day.
Love it.
This is a high quality pod. Thank you, everybody.
Take care. Adios.
Thank you for listening to Restauranttopia. The gratitude that we have for each and every one of you spending your precious time to listen to this podcast is immeasurable. Please make sure to tell a friend about this podcast. And also, if you have any feedback for us, visit us on restauranttopia.com and drop us a line. You can also subscribe on your favorite place to listen to podcasts. Thank you and have a great day.
We are excited to announce the Restauranttopia VIP Text Club. Join by texting the word podcast to 844-928-4257. You will get access to exclusive content, industry news, deals, announcements, pro tips, and more. The VIP Text Club is an exclusive community of independent restaurant owners and professionals. Join today. Message and data rates may apply. Please check our website for our terms of service and privacy policy.
And you can another NFL player.
Who is it this time? I didn't see.
He almost gave you the finger.
I think this is strange. The Hillcrest Studios and
I was going to say, how many players live here? Apparently a lot.
I think there's probably
this
probably a
is
decent amount. Yeah.
I mean, it's not. The agent comes and says, "All right, we're by the lake, good, close to the stadium. Good,
Yeah.
and Hillcrest Studios all in the same spot.
Yep.
That's
Potential podcast guest. I mean,
those are three pretty good things.
three pretty good things.
I mean, honestly, they should probably be paying us. That just raised the real estate value like tremendously.
It makes it more of a destination.
Yeah, there's no question.
This episode hasn't dropped yet. We'll get there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, that's a good
okay.
point. Good
Well,
point.
that's good. Yeah.
We also want to thank our sponsor, Hillcrest Food Service. If you are a local independent restaurant and are looking for a distributor who has chef and operational consulting, provides marketing support, does menu reviews, and most importantly, wants you to be successful, reach out to Hillcrest Food Service at hillcrestfoods.com.
Oh, it's a thing. Yeah, I would love to have it, Brian. I just can't. All right.
Do you guys know what you're
choose
missing?
not to.
You know what you're missing?
Yeah,
it's
they
not like
came
we
out with
never
this in
ate
like
it.
1992.
never
I
ate
know
a
what I'm
pizza.
missing, and you're depressing me.
Okay.
I feel like you're just twisting a dagger.
All right.
I miss dairy more than I miss anything.
Really?
I don't miss anything.
See, yeah, it's
But you feel so
yeah.
good
Listen,
now.
he's reading a new monk book, so he's like his brain is like an impermeable or impenetrable fortress now. All of a sudden, I it's coming tomorrow. By the way, I ordered it.
Oh, did you?
Oh, you got monk books? I'm in. Yeah, I love monk books.
What's this book?
I don't know. It said monk on the cover, so I bought it.
The guide to the Monk's Guide to Happiness. Yeah.
Yeah, monks are amazing.
No, it's mindset.
Oh, God, yes, they are the masters of mindset. I mean, they wrote the book on mindset, and they're the happiest people on earth.
No, it's all about how you think about shit. Like if you're always looking across the street and care about what your neighbor does and care about what people think, and you cannot care about any of that type of stuff. You care about the people who are close to you in your life, and then everyone else can just F right off.
No, it was.
You know what's gonna be great is when Brian goes to edit this episode and we never like close the episode out.
Oh yeah.
So he's gonna have to record something in his office.
Yeah, like great point, Anthony. Thank you for being on.
And it's gonna be like at a different volume.
Yeah.
Anthony, great episode.
It's exactly like that.
And then he said, "Great episode, Anthony." Thanks, Brian.
Exactly like that. I'll
Really appreciate the support, buddy.
I'll bring in I'll bring in one of the ladies from the accounting team. I'll be like, hey, can you just say this?
Yeah, be Anthony for a second. Just ramble on about some shit, some monks or whatever the hell.
It's sprinkle like one LTO in there, and you're good.
Okay, but in all seriousness, Anthony, awesome episode.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
Love the way you
Work it,
put a
no
prop-
diggity?
Put a I think I like the way you work it. Not I love. But
Oh, I was just trying to elevate it a little bit. Yeah.